Hello. Okay. Yes, this is how we're doing this. Okay, you know my hair story. Most of you guys know that the salon downstairs shut down, and so I need a new stylist. But anywho, I've been getting a lot of swimming in since my hair has been out. I just thought to myself, like, why am I not swimming? Why am I not taking advantage of these lessons I paid for this year? And I'm so excited because I'm swimming from one end of the pool to the next. I'll have to get that on video so you guys can see. I'm so proud of myself. I really am, that I actually saw something through. And this is what this live is about. But before I go into the content of this live, let's take care of some formalities. If you are not subscribed already, make sure you do that. But if you're subscribed, you should get this notification. But then if you are subscribed, hello, let me know who you are in the comments. If you are subscribed, hit the bell notification. And if you're on here already, that means you already got the bell notification on. So that's a great thing. Also, comments are very important. I hear so much from YouTubers, people that have been doing YouTube for a minute, that it's so important engagement from the subscribers. So please put some emojis, something, like just type some stuff in the comments so I can get some engagement. And of course, thank you, person who's looking, that you liked this video. I really appreciate that. Even though I haven't, talked about the content, you've already liked it. And I do that too. When I'm subscribed to people's channel, I go ahead and like. Okay, I'm 2 minutes rambling, so let's jump into the content. So the title of this is 7 Little Life Lessons a Footballer Can Teach You About Focus. So I had already wrote a blog post about this, and I was like, I think I need to, first of all, review this information for myself because I need to get more focused. And I want to make sure all of the blog posts that I have, that I turn them into videos. As you guys see, I'm gaining some traction on YouTube. I'm up to, as of today, 616 followers. And I'm trying to get to 1,000. Because that means you're legitimate, and also 10,000 watch hours. So make sure you tune in on Sunday, because I go live on Sunday. Hey, brother-in-law, I go live, Benjamin Asamoah. I go live on Sundays for church service, but I normally come on before church service. So even though I can't to hear about it. You can't wait to hear about it? Okay, yes. And but prior to that, I'd come on and I probably talk about stuff that's not related to church. So make sure you come on that live, and that's gonna help me get my 10,000 watch hours. So help me achieve my goal. help me. Okay, so lesson number 1. What I've learned from observing my husband over these 3.5 years of our marriage, because he's a professional footballer, if you know that. Oh, let me say, I'm Chalanda Michelle. Welcome to my channel, Finding Chalanda Michelle, just in case you're new. So the first lesson is focus on one thing until you see it through to completion. My husband is so good about that. Wow. I needed that, because I feel as though your mate, they are like your master teacher, because there's something that they have that you probably need to get better at. It's not that they complete you. No, you are a complete, entire, whole being on your own. But there's probably some lessons that you need to learn, and your spouse probably is better at that than you. And so you got that up close and personal, one-on-one tutor, teacher, with just living life, helping you get better at that skill. And so just watching my husband being focused about his career, not diverting to say, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. He just keeping his eye on the prize, keeping his eye on the target, and that is professional football. And anything that's outside of that target, he's not interested. He has no interest whatsoever. None at all. And I'm just like, I envy you. I want to focus like that. So hopefully being with him another 3.5 years, I will get there. I was going to say about that is there's an expression that says you have too many irons in the pot. And that expression basically means that when you have so many things going on at one time, you're going to get little accomplished, or you're not going to accomplish anything at all. So you want to make sure you keep your eye on the bull's eye and on the target and go after that thing. But if you have multiple things going on at one time, it's a very slim chance that you're going to accomplish all of those things. So once again, the lesson number 1 is focus on one thing until you see it until completion. Lesson number 2, learn from the best and put it to the test. My Daniel, because I don't want to treat him like he's a piece of property, because I keep saying my. Daniel, this is what he does. He gets up in the morning and he trains, he eats, and then he looks at football stuff all day. Football matches, football highlights, football interviews, Cristiano Ronaldo, what's the other guy name is? I have it here. Lionel Messi. He's like looking at those individuals because they're the best in it right now. And he's absorbing, this knowledge that they're giving, and he's absorbing their technique and their skills or whatnot. And then he utilizes those same things that he learned from them online, in his matches and in his practice and things like that. So you want to learn from the best and put it to the test. Once again, this is another area where I'm not the best at, because I'm one of those people who's a know-it-all, and I'm getting better, but I haven't made it there yet. And there's a saying about people that are uncoachable. Yeah, I'm kind of like one of those people. So you have to learn that there's still more to learn, right? So find someone who is the best in that field, and you don't even have to know them personally, because nowadays with the internet you can just have access to all the experts in whatever field that you're in. So lesson number 2, learn from the best and put it to the test. Lesson number 3, take rest, you'll perform better. Athletes know this. They know that they have to train, but then most important, as equal to training, is resting. So we have to give our minds rest. We have to give our bodies rest so that we can perform at our best, right? So Daniel does that. He rests a lot, really all day. So he'll have training in the morning, then he'll rest all day, then training in the evening, because he's giving his muscles a break, right? And I think it's also a mental rest. We don't think about that, but I think about, with the game, when he plays a game, he really has to be in a headspace, like in the best headspace, whatever, because if he's not in a good headspace, he cannot perform optimally, right? So don't only just give your body a rest, but give your brain a rest. And what I do is I personally detox one day of the week. I do a digital detox where I put the computer down, I put the phone down, I unplug, because I want my brain to rest, right? And because I want to make sure that I'm performing at my optimal, performance, okay? That's lesson number 3. Take rest, you'll perform better. Lesson number 4, drown out the naysayers. Everyone can't handle your ambition. Like, yeah, I've heard some conversations, where people was like, now it's about time that you get a real job, a regular job, but would that bring him happiness? Yeah, so it's hard following your passion. It's hard following your dreams. But if you do what you love and you have the work ethic and the determination to accompany that, the results are going to appear, right? The money is gonna come. I know there's a scripture that says your heart, your treasure is where your heart is. So wherever your heart is, wherever your passion is, whatever you love to do, that's where your treasure is gonna be when you get good at that thing, right? Because you have to master it. So I know something came to me in my quiet time today. It was like, when you discipline yourself, you know, that's when you can be revealed, you know, to the public. So you have to become a master, an expert at what you're doing so others can seek you out, right? You got to be good at your gift. You got to be good at your talent. So drown out the naysayers. People are going to tell you it's time about you to give that up. But as he always says, I love it. He says that God's time is the best time. God's time is the best time, and nobody knows when God's time is, right? Because that's God's timing, right? So lesson number 4: drown out the naysayers. Everyone can't handle your ambition. You know, they're crabs in the barrel mentality. They want to bring you down. Misery loves company, that type of thing. Lesson number 5: surround yourself with like-minded individuals. It's I don't know if you guys know about this book called Think and Grow Rich. And for some reason, the author name escapes me. But he talks about a mastermind group, right? You want to get some people, or even some imaginary, you know, people that you can consult with, you know, to help you to achieve your goals. So you want to consult with like-minded individuals. You want to hang around like-minded individuals. You want to talk to like-minded individuals that are in the same arena, or either they're headed to where you want to go. So Daniel, in his phone, you will mainly see footballers, ex-coaches, ex-team managers, some football agents, and things like that. So you want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals so that you can stay focused. Because if they're always talking about football or whatever it is that you want to obtain, and then that's a goal that you want, it's gonna come to you eventually, right? It's eventually going to come to you. So lesson number 5, surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Lesson number 6, stay humble. Recognition will come in due time. I remember our trip to Ghana, and everyone was just yelling, striker, striker, striker. And I'm not big on, well, at that time I wasn't big on football terminology. And I realized that my husband was like a mini celebrity. They was talking to him. So we're even at the South African embassy, people are yelling striker. We're at the grocery store, people are yelling striker. We're at the mall, people are yelling striker. And I was like, wow, you play right wing in UAE. You never told me that you were a striker. That's the humble part about him. You know, a striker is like a little prominent position, right? And you never told me that you was a striker. That's how humble he is. But the thing I was going to say is, he played professional and he was a striker in Ghana. But when he came to UAE, he went to amateur and he was a right wing. Right? So he took like a demotion, but he knew that was going to set him, that setback was going to be for a set up. And it did. 5 years paying amateur, when the rules finally changed in the UAE and teams came and asked, you know, who's a good right winger? Who's a good person playing defense? My husband's name automatically came up. Stop, my husband. Daniel's name automatically came up. They could have, you know, referred any of his friends or other teammates, you know, that, you know, play football, but they told him about him. So that was preparation. God was preparing him for that, right? So lesson 6 is stay humble. Recognition will come in due time. Lesson number 7, don't quit. Take suffering in stride. So Daniel has been, you know, at this for like a decade now, right? And he still believed that he is a good player. Hi, thank you, Kimba. He still thinks that he can hang with, you know, the youngest, you know, players. And he can, because he has work ethic and he has determination. So he travels like some mornings he travels like 45 minutes to go to the beach and work out, right? And then in the evenings, he runs around the neighborhood. You know, he's always preparing himself. I know there's a saying said, success is when preparation meets opportunity. So he's always in preparation mode. So don't quit. You know what I mean? Because you got to understand, there's a term there's a fruit of the spirit in the Bible, and it's called long suffering. And I love how Joyce Meyer said, she said, we like to say long suffering, but she said it's long suffering, right? And then I love how Paul said, he says, these present sufferings are not compared to the glory that's going to be revealed in us, you know, and within us and to us. So that's that potential, that's that power that's birthing. So don't quit. Don't quit on your goals. Don't quit on your passion. Don't quit on your gift. Stay focused. So those are the 7 little life lessons that a footballer can teach you about focus. Now, you can actually read this on my website at www.findingchalandamichelle.com, and I will put that in the description. Thank you all so much for joining me on this quick live. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you hit that bell notification so you'll be notified when I do a live again. And also like and comment. I told you it's so important that you engage. It helps with YouTube dispersing my information to other people so that they can find my channel. And once again, let me know in the comments, what do you want to hear? It goes to footballer himself. See, look, he just came from training. Look, work ethic and determination. Now, why didn't I go to the gym with him? Why? Because you know what? I'm going to run later on. That's why I didn't go. I have my workout clothes on. See, look, I got my workout clothes on. I just didn't work out, but I'm going to work out. So that's that work ethic and determination. So once again, I love you guys so much. And let me know in the comments, what would you like to hear more about? Kimber, you told me you want to hear lifestyle things. And you also said something else that I needed clarification on. I can't remember what you said. There was something you said, and I need clarification on that. So let me know that in the comments. It was the last thing. It was the last thing you told me you wanted to see on this channel. So baby, tell everybody hello.
Hello.
Wow. No, get off my couch. Don't sweat itself. I'm like this all the time. You can't touch anything. Okay, love you guys. Mwah.